Hello everyone, welcome back to another lecture series on C++ programming. So today we'll be discussing an interview questions which says like find if there is a sub array with zero sum. So this question is generally asked in some of the interviews like Amazon, then Flipkart. Basically this is based on hash map. So it becomes an important question, and let's discuss. The question is like, what if there is a sub array with zero sum, right? So let me take an example to make you understand like what is the problem. Okay, so this is our array like 6 3 minus 1 to minus 3 something like that. So this is our array and we want to find out a sub array. Sub array is a subset of array like minus 1 minus 3 and minus, this is sub array of an array, right? So this is whole array and this is sub array. So you need to find out a sub array whose sum is 0, like this minus 1 minus 3 and 4, this is equals to 0, right? So this sub array we need to find out, and we need to print out the index like it is from 0 1 to 2 to 4. So we need to print out like 2 to 4 there is a sub array whose sum is equals to 0, right? So in this way you have to go on. Suppose 6. So how can we find out? Suppose here you see minus 2 and 2. This is a subarray whose sum is 0, right? So if you see from here to here, if you add up, its sum is 0. We need to print out the index 0 to 10, right? So how to come to this conclusion? How to have, what should be our strategy? Let's get into the fact. Suppose what I'll do is I'll use hash map to solve this problem, right? So let's see. So if you go to array 0 6 here, right? So 6, the index is 0. When you go to 6 plus 3, you keep adding each number, right? 6 plus 3 then 9. So its index is 1. Then 6 plus 3 minus 1 then 8, whose index is 2. And in similar manner we'll keep on adding, we keep on adding, and then 9, then plus 4 13, plus 6 19, and then 7, and then finally 0, right? So what is the use of this? Like we are keeping in an array, right? Suppose we take a map, right? Map is such that we'll keep on storing the sum and its index. Suppose the index becomes same, right? Suppose like 9 comes at 1, and same sum is same, but what is difference is index is different. So 9 is the sum at index 1 also, 4 also, and 6 also. So that will store it in vector. So we'll take one of the variable as int and another as vector, right? Okay. And in case we have multiple, then we'll store it as vectors like 1 4 6. And if 7, see 7 is the sum at index 5 as well as 9, right? So this will be our strategy. Let's see how we can find out. So here is a trick. Can you think of? Suppose we have a sum like 9, okay? 6 plus 3 is 9, right? And after some index, like after at one index we have 9 as sum, but after some index like 2 3 4, and after 3 index, right, 3, there comes a 4, and here also you get a sum as 9. It means what? It means 2 to 4, the sum is 0, because it has not added, because sum was 9 here and sum is 9 here also. You see, sum was 9 here and sum is 9 here also. Once you reach here, if you keep adding this one, sum is 9 here also, sum is 9 here also. It means what? Minus 1 and minus 3 had sum equals to 0. That's why we have sum as 9 here also and 9 here also. So we need to print out after this index 1, 2 to 4. If you take then 0, 1, 2 and 3. 2 to 4, the index whose sum is 0, minus 1, minus 3 and minus 4, right? So that should be our strategy. Suppose you see here we have 7, right? So 7 is the sum at index 5 also, and 7 is the sum at index 9 also, right? Can you see that? 0 1 2 3 4 and 5. So 7 is the sum here also, 6 and 7. And 7 is the sum at index 5 also, right? 5. So minus 2 and 2, it means what? Minus 2 and 2 is 0, because here also sum is how much? 7, and here also sum is 7. So it means this has added to nothing, and it suggests that this sum is 0. Got it? So this is what the strategy will use, right? And let's see how we can implement it in code form, right? You see here we have this code, and we have this function find subarray. You can find this code on Geeks for Geeks also, and I've just modified these programs and I'm using it, right? Okay, so see out the function to print all subarray in array which has sum as 0. So unordered map we have taken, right? Map is a data structure which is STL actually, uh, standard template library, which is built in library. So you have int and then you have the vector int, right? Okay, so map. Now created unordered map, then declare the empty vector pairs as vector pair int out, right? And declare the sum variable here int sum equals to 0. Got it? So these are the declaration. This is for vector pair once you take out, and this is for actual usage which you will use for this map one, right? And this one will be vector, so once you take out the vector, that time we'll use. So we'll use for loop, right? So for loop will be mainly used for adding up the sum, like sum plus equals to arri. Okay, so we'll keep on adding the sum each time until if our sum equals to 0. In that case we have this output vector. This was our vector which will give us actual output, and this we'll use for auxiliary map to store, right, the way we saw. And this will be our final output, like output vector. Sum will be sum of the array from 0 to I. So sum will keep on adding. If sum is 0, then that time only we'll push into our output vector, and output vector will be like pair. So make pair function is there built in, we'll use that, right? So suppose if we don't find that sum like 0, we don't find. In that case, what will happen if map.find sum is not equal to map.end, right? What does this statement suggest? That if you find the same sum, right? In the end, what we are doing is we are storing the index of our sum. Like 3 is there, we'll store the index of sum at 6, 1, 6 as 0, then 9 as 1, 8 as 2. So this one will be done by this statement map sum dot pushback I, right? Okay. So this statement, if you find the same sum again, right? What happens? Suppose I come here 9 as 1, right? And after index 3, like index 4, you find the sum here as 9 again. So you found that in map it is already there, right? Then what you do is you take out that vector set only. You take out that vector. So that vector is currently 1, right? 1 is there. So we have taken out inside it only 1 is there. So we'll make that pair plus 1 and I, that is up to I. I is now 4. In this case, I is 4, right? I is 4 because sum is 9, I is 4. And here it was 1 and 1 plus 1. So we'll take from 1 step ahead, 2 to 4, right? So 2 to 4 we have this array. So in case we have multiple arrays, right? So suppose 9 is here, then 9 we come at 4 also, and then it is stored. So 1 and 4 is stored, and 6 is also stored as 9, right? So in that case, what will happen? 1, 4 and 6, all 3 will come, right? 1, 4, 1, 4 will come. So if you come to 6, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 here. So here we have sum as 9, right? So 9 is here also. So 2 to 6, sum will be 0. Got it? And next element which will be coming out is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Here also 4 is there. 4 plus 1, 5 to 6. So 2, right? We'll see that how the program is running, right? So in that case, vector will come out in case we have multiple elements set up in the map sum, right? And if only one element is there, then no issues, only one will be printed out. If you have multiple, that case is also working. So this one is a master case. So cases are there. Suppose we have two elements, we have one element only, so that will work. So this is a generic case, right? Okay, and finally we'll print this auto it out dot begin, and subarray will be printed from first to second, right? And this is our driver code here. This is wrong statement, we have to remove this, right? And this is it. So once we run this code, so this is our code chef, you can run that. So once we run that, okay, and we'll see the flow of the program, like how it is going, like how it is working, right? So this is our flow and this is our output, like 2 to 4, then 2 to 6 as we saw, 5 to 6, and then 6 to 9. You see, this is our array, 6 to 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 plus 4, 6 plus 6, 12, and minus 12. So it's 6 to 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 0. So it has found out. So if you add whole, then 0 to 10, it becomes a 0. So that is also printed. So everything is printed. Let's see how the flow of the program is, right? So what is happening in the beginning is we are calling that function from main, right? We are calling this function find subarray. So find the subarray pair here. This function is called here, right? Function to print an array which has sum is 0, right? Create unordered map. So this was the things which are declarations, like some variable, then empty, which is output vector here, right? And this is the auxiliary map which is used. Okay, so sum of the array 0 each time and sum is 0. So 6 and its index is 0, so that is stored in the map. You see the flow. Then 9 stored index as 1, then we add up and it becomes 8, and 8 is stored as 2, right? And the moment we go ahead, it comes sum as 5, and then its index 3 is stored. Then we go ahead and add up, and then again we get 9, and 9 index was 1, which was already there. So we found out case, if case, like this one. We came here, right? So this statement will be executed, and then we see if we find some already present in map, then take away that vector. We have taken away that vector, and that vector contained only one element, that was 1, right? So inside the for loop, store the pair from the given vector 2 to 4, right? So 2 to 4 has come up. So that is, so sum 9 stores starting index of all subarrays 4, right? So map sum 9 stores starting index of all subarrays, right? And then we go ahead and 2 to 4 is printed. Then sum up the array again, and this time we have sum as 9. We store that index as 5. Then we add up again. The sum is 9 again, and we find already present. And this time we have the index of that I at 6 actually, right? 6, and 2, 1 and 4 is already there inside that vector, right? At 6 we have 1 and 4 already there inside that vector, right? So 1 and 4 will come out from that vector, and we'll keep on printing like 2 to 6, then 5 to 6, 4 plus 1, right? So that will be printed. We have taken out. Then next we add up 6, then sum is our 6, and then we add up again. Index of 9 is 6. This is also stored in that array. In case if you find 9 again, then in that time our vector will be having 1, 4 and 6 now, right? Earlier it was 1 and 4 only. Now 7 is there, sum is 13, 13 index is 7, then 19. Then again we have come to subarrays, index of 8, and then again we have 7. So see, subarray, the sum 7, map sum 7, 7 stores the index at 5, right? And here again we have found that 7 is the sum, so already present in the map. So we take the 5, index was 5, 5 plus 1, 6 to 9 we have printed, right? And this way we go ahead again, and then finally we find sum is 0. So this is another case. So if it comes 0, then index 0 to I, and I was what, 10. So, and we keep on storing in the sum, and finally we have these all 2, 2 to 6, 5 to 6, and the 6 to 9, whichever we saw the way it was done, right? That's all, guys. Thank you very much. Do code in this way to understand. Suppose there are complex problems and you are not able to understand, right? In that case, you can use the flow of the program to understand, right? That's all, guys. Thank you very much for your watch, and do subscribe this channel. Thank you very much.